back, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the evening. The evening is still young. And because of that, let us not waste so much time. I would like to call on the president then of the student body organization and considered as the father of this batch, 1975. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Justin Pitts.
When Chairman Chris notified me that I'm supposed to give a welcome address, I was very nervous. I said, this time I'm not going to speak in front of students, it'll be in front of professionals. So I said, this time I'm going to have to write my speech because I never wrote my speech during high school. I just said whatever came from my heart. So I sat on the kitchen table and I tried to write a speech. But just as I was writing my speech, my wife took out this cake from the oven. And this cake smelled really good. The aroma was so good and it tasted so good and it distracted my concentration on writing the speech. So instead of writing the speech about something, I said, why don't I write a speech about the cake and relate it to life or relate it to batch 75? So I started thinking and I said, well, batch 75 was one of the best batch of Mindanao State University. And this cake, I think, is one of the best cake because it really smells so good. So I said, what made this cake smell good? Or what makes a cake, taste good? So I said, it takes the right ingredients, the right timing, the right temperature, and all those things have to come together to really bake a really good cake. And then all of a sudden my daughter came from out of the room, got a slice of the cake and started eating it. I said, there goes my speech. It's got to be down the drain. I said, I don't want somebody eating my speech. But then I got to think of it. I said to myself that in order for the cake to really be good, it has to be consumed. It has to give itself to whoever is eating that cake. And for us, for human beings, for people, in order for other people to know how good we are, we have to give ourselves to others. In terms of, we have to give ourselves to our family wholly, to our friends, to our fellow men, in order to know whether we're really good or not. Because we can't, no matter how talented we are, no matter how good we are, if we don't give ourselves, no one will ever know how good we are. So I said, okay, this speech will work. But let's put that cake aside for a moment. Because I would like to tell you a short story about the day we graduated 30 years ago. Just about 2 days before I was leaving for California, I panicked. I panicked because I was thinking, wow, I'm not gonna able to see my classmates again, and I won't be able to see my school again for a very, very long time. So I have to talk to somebody or have to see the school for myself, and say goodbye to somebody. But it was a weekend, and I didn't know anybody's phone numbers, and I didn't have a phone to call from. So I took a tricycle and went to the school, and it was still early. And when I got to the school campus, it was almost empty. It was almost ghostly empty. And that made me feel so sad. That made me feel so sad deep inside. Because there I was trying to see somebody and trying to see the school for the last time, and nobody was there. So I sat on the bench right in front of the student canteen, and I started thinking of all the days during the school days, and all these memories came rushing back to me, and it seems like I've heard all these voices rushing back, the laughters and the teasing and all those things. It's just like, it's like I was hearing it, and it's like I was seeing it, and it made me more sad because there I was really wanting to hear this voice and really wanting to see the faces, and I can't do it. And I know that for a very, very long time, I might not be able to see these faces, and I might not be able to hear these voices. And I went home really sad. And sure enough, it took me 30 years to see all these faces again, to hear all these voices again, to see all these smiles from all these wonderful faces again. That's why this reunion is very, very special to me. And I can't help but repeat to thank all these people that made this happen. So now let's go back to the cake. Let's bring the cake back in front. Because I think that the things that made us great during our school years was because there was the right combination. There was the right combination of people. There was the right combination of teachers. There was the right it was the right timing happening at that given time in the universe that made this batch really great. And that's why I am so very, very grateful that we are here again, because now I can feel that energy again. I can feel that we have this right combination, we have this right timing, we have this right ingredients that creating an energy. And from this reunion, I know that we can, it's only a start for greater things. Already a lot of different batches from Mindanao State University are already planning to have their reunion. So this has started something good. It's a reunion. I know that we can do greater things, not only for us, but also for helping our alma mater. My biggest goal from this reunion is to be able to organize all the alumni of Mindanao State University from 1974 to present, that we can able to mobilize them so that as a group, as a big group, we can do good things for our school. We can do good things for all the students that will follow us. We can help our teachers, and we can also help each other. Now that we are connected, we can help each other if we have problems, or we can share each other's joys. So this is really great. And I'm very, very happy and very, very honored to be one or to be a member of this batch. Thank you very much.